Hey everybody, Scott Monday with Kitchen and Bath Crate, and this is
Bethany Davis.
And Bethany, what are we going to talk about today?
Today we're going to talk about countertops. So my husband John and I just did our remodel last spring, and before we started, it was really overwhelming to me as to where to start with choosing countertops.
There is a lot to pick from.
Yeah, so someone like you can help someone like me know where to start and give us some guidance on maybe the pros and cons of some of them.
Absolutely. So let's dive in. So Brian in the Fab Shop was kind enough to cut, gosh, what do we have here? 8 different samples of material. So really the categories that you're going to deal with in countertops, there's going to be your natural stones, okay? So your granites and your quartzites. And then there's going to be your man-made stones, which are what people just kind of universally call quartz, which I'll tell you why that is misleading. So which one do you think we should start with in terms of our dialogue here?
Let's start with granite.
Okay, so granite, here, let's you hold one up. Oh, it's heavy. All right, and then I'll hold one up. All right, so granite is a natural stone. All right, and what we have here is we have a polished granite and we have a leathered granite. And really all the difference is the finish on the top. The polish is obviously much more shiny. You probably see it in the light. And kind of like shake that one a little bit. You can see this one is a more of a matte finish, and let's put them back down. But as you like run your hand over the top of the leathered, it's got like, how would you describe that? It's like, it's not rough.
Not rough, but almost like smooth concrete maybe?
Yeah, like textured.
Textured, yes,
right?
yeah.
So it's kind of a cool feel. So your granite, I'd say it's probably been around as a countertop for 30, 40, 50 years.
Yeah.
Even back to like granite tile before there was much granite slab. So super durable. Once again, it's natural stone. And we had 2 dark colors here, but it does come in an array of different colors, but probably skews a little dark in terms of a countertop type. So that's granite, and then let's maybe go here.
Yeah.
Okay, hand me one of those. Now you really like this one, huh?
I love it.
Yeah, so this is quartzite, and why don't you hold that one up too. So these are quartzite countertops. Now quartzite is the natural stone, this is 100% natural. Quartzite is the natural stone that they use as the base material stone in quartz countertops. So that's where the name quartz comes from. But quartzite is the natural version of that. And so quartzite tends to have really nice movement to it, and you can see it has some movement through here as well. It also is going to be a little more expensive. It's a pretty expensive material in terms of the ranges of materials. Here, we'll put those back over there. And so quartzite is going to be good for your designs where you want kind of that rich natural stone, and where maybe the budget can allow for a little bit more of a cost per square foot. But really, I think quartzite is one of those materials that kind of provides a little bit of a wow factor when people walk into the kitchen. I think it's kind of going to be a higher proportion of wow factor, if you will. So that's quartzite. And then we have what?
Quartz.
Right?
Yeah.
There's 4 samples here, so you hold this one. Which one is this? I think they're written on the back.
This is Pietra Gray.
Yeah, Pietra Gray. So this is man-made, probably about 80% resin and 20% quartz stone. And you're gonna see quartz everywhere from this one that has like, it's a little bit, I guess a little vein to it, right?
Very minimal, yeah.
Yeah, but pretty monochromatic, to a very monochromatic, like a black, right? This is a black with, I don't know, flecks, if you will. Okay, 2, we see this a lot, so you hold this one.
Hey, these are my countertops.
Those are your countertops. So these are 2 different quartz types or colors, if you will, that simulate more of a kind of like a marble. Would you say a marble? Yep. So marble simulated quartz is very on trend right now. I think the reason people like marble simulated quartz is you have kind of like the universal look of marble, right? Which in your house, very much the case. Because your house brings in some really cool trends where we're going kind of back to some natural woods. And so to bring in a natural looking quartz, you get the advantage of the man-made material, the durability, the stain resistance, and all those things. But you also get the kind of the warmth of a marble look. That makes sense?
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
And these tend to come in a lot of different tones and colors and movement, or more movement, less movement, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Especially your quartzes are going to range everywhere from gosh, you can get them that they straight up, like the one we're on right now, this is just almost like a straight up navy blue. I've seen them in orange, which by the way, at the office, I want to do an orange table there in the bullpen. So one day we'll do a video about that. All the way to, you know, a lot of movement and veining and things like that, for sure.
Awesome. All right, so what about other material countertops like butcher block, concrete, marble, porcelain? Tell me a little bit about those.
Yeah, so we'll start with the marble because we're kind of talking about natural stone versus man-made. So marble is natural, but the problem with marble is it's very susceptible to staining. So I've seen red wine stain it. I've seen lemon or any citrus with acid stain it. I've seen turmeric stain it, which obviously turmeric, right? Can't get more sort of
stainable,
stainy. Yeah, it's not even a word. You can't get much more stainy than turmeric, but marble's going to not hold up well to those types of conditions, right? So you're going to want to be careful with that. And then let's talk a little bit about some of these unique ones. So butcher block, obviously made of wood, kind of like formed together into a countertop. It just takes a lot of maintenance.
Yeah.
You got to keep it oiled. You got to keep it from anything seeping into it. And then just over time, depending on where in your kitchen it's located, if it's near the sink, your life on that's going to be a lot less than if it's more on like an island like this. Concrete, very much a specialty install. I mean, if you can find a concrete countertop installer in your area, good luck, because you're going to probably have one to choose from. He's probably been doing it for forever. But there's not going to be a lot of people that do it because it is a very challenging implementation. Imagine literally having to form up this countertop, just like you form up concrete on a pool deck or something like that. Coming up with the right mix, pouring it, and then it's going to be porous. Concrete's porous. So now you have to seal it and you have to maintain that seal, right? So really cool look. Kind of a nightmare to have as a countertop. And then stainless steel, obviously you see it a lot in commercial applications. We don't see it a lot in standard residential. Kind of some of your higher end residential will kind of roll that into the mix a little bit. But those are your specialty countertops.
Yeah, very cool.
So there you go. Those are kind of your specialty countertops, if you will. So any other questions for today?
I think you answered all of my questions, but if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments below and I will make sure that we get them answered. And be sure to hit the subscribe button. It helps more people see our video.